The Attack on Titan update is here in Fortnite, taking over the item shop, battle pass, and even adding a secret POI. Complete challenges for a set, and you can now earn Eren Jaeger as a special skin. But if you prefer other characters like Mikasa and Levi, head to the item shop, of course using code T5G. Here you'll find emotes that let you run like a Titan, and it now takes the crowd as the derpiest emote in the game. Fans of the show will definitely recognize Eren's back bling, which is a key to his father's basement, and well, it turns out you can actually find this in-game. Head over to Anvil Square and go to this house in the bottom right corner. Down in the cellar, Eren's dad office is revealed with a guaranteed mythic chest and references to the show like a one-to-one replica of his desk and notebook. But what's inside this chest is one of the greatest parts of the update. Opening it gives you 2 new mythics, starting with the ODM gear. It's one of the most famous parts of the show, allowing you to wield 2 swords and a grappling hook that kind of works like Spidey's web shooters from Chapter 3. Now, it's not just for swinging around. You can use the aim button to activate slow motion and fire straight towards your opponent. Trust me when I say this thing is overpowered. It shreds through buildings, it lets you spam the attack over and over again, but eventually it'll run out of juice. Now that's not all. There's a second mythic called the Thunder Spear, and like the show, you can fire this thing with a ton of range and it'll stick to walls and explode. It doesn't do as much damage as you'd think, but it's very similar to the Excalibur rifle. If you need a quick escape from these items, one of the most requested vehicles of Chapter 4 is back. That is right, dirt bikes have been unvaulted, so you can off-road again. No more sliding around on the rogue bikes, getting around is 10 times easier. And that's not the only helpful item to be unvaulted. Zero build players have been enjoying the shield bubble, but something felt like it was missing. The porta bunker that was originally designed just for this mode has been gone for months, and now it is finally back in the game. Now, wasn't as surprising as the complete revamp of katanas. They have already had some changes throughout the season, but this one is major. The Kinetic blade isn't just epic rarity anymore. There's now a blue version, and it only has 2 charges, but luckily, it does the same damage. You can't use it to strike these training dummies though. If you've explored the map and found these wooden cutouts, you might have been confused. They are practice dummies using Attack on Titan, and in the show, they use it to cut the back of their neck. You have to do the same thing in Fortnite, and hitting 4 of them will give you a free pickaxe. A more mysterious addition to the island isn't cardboard titans, but instead a bunch of strange monoliths. They began to appear at the start of the season, and with today's update, more of these locations have been added, and no one knows why. At first, we thought it was just a cool POI, but now they're expanding, so there could be a lot more to this than we realize. Luckily, some highly requested changes have been made to some of Season 2's most overpowered guns, including the mythic overclock pulse rifle. You shouldn't be able to annihilate people with this anymore because the accuracy and hipfire rate have been nerfed into the ground. The same goes for the mythic havoc pump, which has a lower max headshot damage just to keep things balanced. It's also to make room for Fortnite's next weapon, which releases in 1 week. You might have caught a glimpse of it in the trailer, but it has been added to the files and is officially named the lock-on pistol. It looks pretty high-tech, and that's because it does exactly what you think, locking on nearby enemies and aimbotting them from a distance. Sounds exciting, but not as interesting as the leaked vehicle that arrived with the 2023 summer update. Yeah, summer won't be here until Season 3, but we've already got our first look at what to expect, and it turns out Epic are working on a surfboard vehicle. Now, there's already versions of this in creative mode, but it's just a reskin driftboard, so it looks like Fortnite is making a dedicated version for BR. While you may be disappointed about the blue version of the Kinetic blade, it's not all bad news. Epic is currently working on a legendary version of the katana, and we have no idea where it'll appear, but it sounds powerful. Some think an upcoming boss will drop it, and with a ton of leaked skins on the way, it could belong to any of them. Maybe even Dahlia, the official crew pack skin for next month, who people are desperate to get their hands on. In the leak loading screen for a set, you can even spot the crew pack skin for June. Before we get disappointed with spoilers, it turns out Styx has been added as an NPC with the update, and is supposed to appear on the island any day now. A skin you can't equip today is a brand new style for Panda Team Leader. You can finally unmask her, revealing Sid underneath. People now want this for all the team leaders. Other leaked outfits include Wendell, who is a wolf, and it looks like a cereal mascot, but his lobby animation is kind of adorable. There's also a new version of Renegade Raider who has been rebuilt into a cyborg and has like this upgraded Chapter 4 face. The rest of the leaked outfits are on screen right now, so like I said, feel free to use code T5G. One of these cosmetics though is actually more important than the rest. Mikasa's back bling. She has the Ore light lamp, which is reactive and secretly lights up at night, just like the show. And so if you're looking to replicate the scenes, you'll be disappointed to find out they don't have styles for the different cape logos. Mikasa and Eren don't have a Survey Corp style for the future seasons, and if you want to try to equip the separate cape, they won't attach properly and look kinda weird. There's also some brand new rift encounters to find spawning across the island. Our last update, we got the specialist NPCs that could heal you, give ammo, and mark the area. There's only 2 each on the island, so now extra ones have a chance of appearing with their own station. Characters like Munitions Major could spawn in, and you can hire him for the exact same bonuses. Speaking of extras, you can now head over to Slappy Shores to enjoy the new grind rails. They used to only be in and around Mega City, but this is the first location outside of the area to get them. But I'm just happy to see they're not being forgotten already and makes the Rail Warrior perk actually useful. Epic also added some new loading screens which not only look incredible, but most are 3D renders, which a lot of players missed. They give us a look at some upcoming skins like the next two crew packs, Dahlia and Styx. But that's not the only teaser hidden in there, because if you take a look at Hypnotic Gaze, you'll see that Serenade is not only related to Chrome, but also the mysterious monoliths around the island. Interesting to see, and if that's not enough to convince you, wait until you hear her music pack. As soon as you press play, you'll probably recognize the eerie melody from the Herald's theme. Soon, you might actually be able to use hurdling. That's right, it is coming back any day because Epic has updated it to have some icons for when you're about to move over a wall. This has probably been one of the buggiest features in Fortnite, but it's good to know they're still working to fix it. They are also updating this secret landmark, which is likely hiding the 0 point. Hidden Edge has been there since day one, and we were all suspicious of it, but now files indicate something should start happening here soon. Maybe even the return of Paradigm, since she went missing at the start of the chapter. And speaking of last chapter, it's been a while since we've seen sharks, and it might not be long before they make a return. Some new accolades were added today to give you XP during a match for doing simple actions, one of them being riding a loot shark. They're not back in right now, but don't get too comfortable swimming in the ocean, okay? We've all gotten pretty familiar with the item shop, but today it was randomly changed. Now to swing a pickaxe or cycle wraps, you'll have to press the view details button, which opens it in full screen. At least we'll be able to choose our own weapon mods because they might finally be arriving next season. Epic has been working on them for years now, and they have just been updated for 2 updates in a row, which can only mean something big is happening. It's not likely we'll see a new feature like this soon, but we can only hope it won't be delayed like first person. And for FNCS this season, tons of drops are on the way, including a champion thunder spray, neon emoticon, and high wire loading screen, but these are nothing compared to the skin that'll be available. Season 2's FNCS outfit will either be Aura or Guild according to the files, and judging from past skins, it's probably Aura. She won't be free in the drops, but at least you'll be able to earn some items in the new creative quests. There's a new event called Epicenter with several music-themed experiences to complete and earn a spray from each of them. And if you're building a creative yourself, Fortnite just added more galleries to the prop selection, all belonging to Slappy Shores. Now you can use the Slap Juice props to build your own factory, I guess. But easily, the most helpful part of today's update is a change that nobody noticed. When grinding challenges, it is super annoying to pin their location on the minimap and a drop there, and after years of doing this, Epic finally fixed it. Now when you track a quest, there is no need to place a pin. While skydiving, it now shows the location of the challenges you marked, and it's a straight up game changer, especially for things like the level up packs. And once you land, look out for strange additions to the map like these cracks which have been appearing all over the island. Some people think they've been caused by the dormant volcano at Mega City, and others wonder if these are some kind of footprints. Personally, they kind of look like tire marks to me, or the remains of a huge vehicle that drove through this. Maybe it's the upcoming mech. That is everything you need to know about the Attack on Titan update on Fortnite. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.